Size and physicality on the defensive end. Second officials have done a nice job so far in this game.
Clark attacking us. Take a look at the starting lineups. We are about to get underway. And this is wearing black, trimmed in silver. Jackie Young with the ball.
One thing to keep an eye on right away is the defensive matchups right now for the Indiana Fever, putting length. Natasha Howard on Chelsea Gray.
And that's a two-man game. When Clark was out, Boston's field goal attempts were about half of what they were when Caitlin was playing, and that's a good
inches, but the Vegas 8 don't typically take advantage of that.
Wilson showing great patience, drew three bodies, tipped it to herself to keep the possession alive. Now Lloyd over Clark. Great start. Stokes got to take it away by Clark. He read it perfectly. Here she is on the move, has Howard, and caught her in mid.
That's a huge key for Vegas, is to take care of the basketball.
Elements on the floor. Asia with the miss from the baseline. And now Boston able to bring the ball up. Gets it from Caitlin and nails it. With the miss, Vegas has missed 5 straight shots. Caitlin already with 3 assists and gets it over to Hall. Clark. Caitlin has assisted on all 4 made field goals for Indiana in this game. Howard from the outside drains the 3.
Indiana a touch yet. That's their second leading scorer on the season.
Yeah, good point. She's not taken a shot yet. It's a 9-0 Indiana run. Asia attacks.
I mean, when she gets the ball at the elbow to go left or forces her way left, she's so difficult to defend.
Her first basket, missed her first 3 shots of the game. A terrific bounce pass. Clark on the money. Gray left open for 3. She'll take it and hit it.
End of the floor.
Always a challenge. Young. Sophie Cunningham in the game with some good defense, but Jackie got 3 chances. Who came over from Chicago, Tiffany Mitchell, who was at Connecticut and played for Stephanie White last year, and Sid Colson coming back to Vegas gets the assist. Coach Stephanie White some punch off of the bench. Offensively, and certainly not afraid to get into the mix when the game gets physical. And drew the foul. Back to the line. Upcoming WNBA national TV schedule, WNBA.com, or visit the WNBA.
How about the start by the Phoenix Mercury? Is shooting the 3 ball as well.
Yeah. Alyssa Thomas leading the league in assists. Right behind her is Caitlin. That's nice specialty from Vegas with a foul to give. Hull gets right in the thick of things again. Mitchell ties it up. And we'll have it. Here's the floater. Cunningham making a difference on the boards. Boston working against Stokes. Tough shot by Aaliyah.
And she is the most efficient player in the WNBA right now.
Gray trying to beat the buzzer, and of course she does. Asia Wilson starting the second quarter on the bench. Nye Evans, 2 bench players in there to start the quarter. Clark again.
Great job. First by Caitlin Clark, snaky.
5-6. So big time mismatch. Gray, a little bit of space over Cunningham, and she does it.
She has a knack, whether it's the end of quarters or end of shot clock, of draining those.
The 3 for Indiana. This is what Clark can bring you, and just that little hesitation. She lost Lloyd, but missed the shot. 9 for 3. Gray, short, she knew it, so she followed it up, tipped it back to Evans, and buried it.
How about that on that play? Chelsea Gray goes in, gets an offensive board and an assist.
Wilson picked up Clark, and then great patience by Boston.
And it really is
11. Work for every inch of real estate down there, and that one's short.
Outstanding defense by Aaliyah Ball. You're out the left side of the floor for Asia Wilson to go to work.
Oh, gets a good look from the corner. Boston and Wilson. Good little matchup. Little bit of space. Boston got the roll. Wilson frustrated. No foul call. What a pass to Mitchell. On the run, and Becky Hammond takes a timeout. Indiana.
Kept her in front of her, didn't let her get to the left.
Nye back in the game for Vegas. Gray takes it into. So Boston has the mismatch against Young. They go in.
And that's what you have to do, because Mitchell
7 on the season. And Caitlin Clark, the last game and a half, her shooting has not been good. That's a good sign for Coach Hammond.
Turned from injury. She was shooting 45% from three. And she had a real nice pass and finish inside for Indiana. But Caitlin Clark had a good team defense, because the Mitchell head fake got Lloyd off of her feet, but then not review it.
Good mature play there by Boston. Gray falling back.
15 to
Clark, Boston.
finish.
Wilson slicing into the lane and has a chance. 3-point play, nice assist for Lloyd. Asia, here's Cameron Brink trying to get and stay healthy. Oh, Mitchell's turn to beat the... Gray with the floater high off glass. Van here, that's a tough shot.
Tracking out.
State not falling here early in the first half. Get to the line, find other ways to help.
Once again, and finish when she gets there.
Against Gray, and
what a showdown between the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces. This wasn't just another regular season game, it was a battle between rising talent and proven dominance. From the opening tip, the energy was electric, and both teams came out with something to prove. The Fever, powered by their young core, brought fire and fight, while the Aces reminded everyone why they're still the team to beat. Whether you're here for the clutch moments, the highlight plays, or the pure basketball intensity, this recap will walk you through every critical twist and turn. Let's dive into the action and break down the game tipped off with both teams pushing the pace early, setting a high-energy tone for the night. The Aces looked sharp out of the gate, executing quick offensive sets and knocking down their perimeter shots with confidence. Kelsey Plum got hot early, hitting back-to-back jumpers and leading the Aces' scoring charge. But Indiana responded with grit. Aaliyah Boston anchored the paint defensively and knocked down a mid-range shot to keep the Fever close. Caitlin Clark showed early flashes of brilliance, dishing out assists and keeping the offense flowing. The first quarter ended with the Aces holding a narrow lead, but the Fever made it clear they weren't going anywhere without a fight. How this epic game unfolded. The second quarter saw the Fever picking up momentum, thanks to a more aggressive approach on both ends of the floor. Caitlin Clark found her rhythm, hitting a deep three and following it up with a slick drive to the basket that brought the crowd to life. Indiana's bench stepped up as well, with key contributions from Erica Wheeler, who provided energy and smart decision-making. On the other side, the Aces stayed composed, leaning on AJA Wilson's post presence to slow the Fever's run. Despite Las Vegas' efforts to control the pace, Indiana's defense tightened, forcing turnovers and capitalizing on fast break chances. The quarter ended with both teams nearly neck and neck, and the Fever walking into half-time with growing confidence. The third quarter turned into a test of resilience, and both teams came out swinging. The Aces looked to reassert control, and they did so early through Chelsea Gray's veteran leadership, as she orchestrated the offense with precision and hit some timely mid-range shots. But Indiana refused to back down. Aaliyah Boston continued to dominate inside, grabbing tough rebounds and finishing through contact, while Clark kept the pace alive with her court vision and deep shooting threat. The Aces made a small run midway through the quarter, stretching the lead to 7, but a quick response by the Fever, including a clutch 3 by Annalisa Smith, pulled them right back into it. As the quarter ended, it felt like the momentum could swing either way, setting up a dramatic final period. The fourth quarter delivered everything fans could hope for: intensity, drama, and clutch performances on both sides. The Fever came out with urgency, and it showed in their defensive effort, forcing key turnovers that turned into quick points. Caitlin Clark stepped up big time, knocking down a long-range three and finding Boston inside for an and-one finish that gave Indiana a brief lead. But the Aces responded like champions. AJA Wilson took over down the stretch, scoring in the post and coming up with a massive block that shifted momentum. With under 2 minutes left, the game was tied, and every possession became critical. In the final moments, Las Vegas executed with poise, while Indiana missed a couple of tough looks. The Aces edged out a hard-fought win, but the Fever earned respect with their fearless performance. This game was packed with standout performances, but a few players clearly rose above the rest. For the Fever, Caitlin Clark once again showed why she's the centerpiece of Indiana's future, finishing with impressive numbers in points and assists, while also showing leadership in key moments. Aaliyah Boston was a force in the paint, not only scoring efficiently but also battling on the boards and anchoring the defense. On the Aces side, AJA Wilson proved why she's an MVP-level player. Her presence was felt all over the court, whether she was scoring inside, contesting shots, or providing veteran leadership. Chelsea Gray also played a crucial role, calmly directing traffic and hitting clutch shots when the Aces needed the most. These individual efforts made this matchup one to remember. From a tactical standpoint, this game showcased two very different team identities. The Las Vegas Aces relied heavily on their championship experience and disciplined execution, sticking to a structured offense and trusting their core veterans to deliver under pressure. Their inside-out strategy, built around AJA Wilson's dominance in the paint, gave them consistency when the game tightened. In contrast, the Indiana Fever leaned into speed and creativity, using Caitlin Clark's playmaking to push tempo and create open looks. Defensively, Indiana applied strong pressure on the perimeter but struggled at times with interior matchups. The Aces' ability to stay calm in clutch moments, combined with smart rotations and shot selection, ultimately gave them the edge. Still, the Fever showed that with just a few adjustments, they're more than capable of competing with the league's elite. This game carried more weight than just another win or loss. It reflected the current landscape of the WNBA. For the Las Vegas Aces, it was a reminder of their championship pedigree and their ability to close out tight games, even when facing tough, young competition. It reinforced their position as a top-tier team with the tools to make another deep postseason run. For the Indiana Fever, this performance, despite the loss, was a major statement. They went toe-to-toe with the defending champs and showed massive growth in both confidence and execution. The chemistry between Clark, Boston, and the rest of the squad is building fast, and this kind of high-level battle is only going to make them better. It's clear, the Fever are no longer just a rebuilding team, they're knocking on the door of real contention. What a battle we just witnessed. This game had everything: intensity, skill, heart, and a finish that kept us on the edge of our seats. The Aces walked away with the win, but the Fever left a strong message for the entire league. Games like this are why we love the WNBA. The competition is real, and the future is bright. Now we want to hear from you. Who stood out the most in this game? Was this a learning moment for Indiana or a warning shot to the rest of the league from Vegas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications, because we're bringing you all the action, all season long. Stay locked in.